So I decided I was going to pair Lugia V-STAR alongside Whiscash. You're probably wondering, what the heck does Whiscash do, and why would you pair it with Lugia? Whiscash discards the top card of your opponent's deck for each fighting you have attached, so with 4 reversal energies on, it can discard the top 12 cards of your opponent's deck. My first reason to why you should play Whiscash is for moments just like this.
Please, deck, I want to do it one time. Yes! Yes! Oh, here we go! Yes! Oh my goodness, don't press land crush, James, don't. Yes, raging and rocking for the game. Yes, let's go.
My second reason is decks like Lost Box, Mew, even the new Charizard deck really go through their deck very quickly, and it's pretty vital to their game plan. So Whiscash gives us an alternative win condition that even if we fall behind, as long as those decks get low in size, we can deck them out and have another way to win those games. And then finally, in an open decklist tournament like on Limitless, if they know we're playing Whiscash, you can see that it's there, they're going to play differently. They're going to play more conservatively, they're going to be pretty careful. That might lead to them playing worse just because they're afraid of Whiscash. So here's a list I brought to a deck out gaming tournament on Limitless. I placed in 3rd place, and maybe with a little bit of cleaner play, we could have won the whole event. There are some crazy cards in here. I'm playing the Whiscash package, and we can get it down all in one turn with Thorton. We can Thorton one of our basics into a Barboach and then evolve it up to Whiscash all in one turn for that like surprise deck out win. We're playing one Bouffalant. This card wasn't particularly useful for me throughout the tournament. The idea behind it was against Lost Zone Box, we could like maybe Lost Zone some of their one-up energies to slow them down, or in some certain situations we could combine it with Iono and just be able to like buy some time to be able to come back and win. Shaymin is a card that's really never seen any play, and the idea was that if we have to dump some reversals in the early game, we still can chuck them back into the deck to be able to get that full Whiscash play. You'll see I'm playing 1 Research and 2 Zinnia's Resolve. The reason for this is we have like all those reversal energies, Super Rod, Whiscash, that we don't want to be discarding from our hand. We still want to be discarding cards because we have to get Archeops in the discard pile. We don't usually want to dump our whole hand, so we're playing Zinnia instead, and Zinnia is also just pretty good right now because most decks in format want to have a full bench. Like, it's pretty cool sometimes having like a 5-card hand, still being able to just discard, draw 6 is pretty cool. Other than that, we have a Super Rod so we can recover Whiscash and some of our 1-ups. I will say that a reason why I picked colorless Lugia for this tournament is that Snorlax is an insane attacker into like Gardevoir and Lost Zone Box decks. Luxray is a pretty insane attacker into all the Pidgeot and Palkia that's running around. And then pretty much aside from some of those silly cards, we are playing quad reversal, but the rest of the deck is pretty standard. I had 2 pretty awesome games, and I did get to show off the Whiscash play in a pretty epic game, so please enjoy the battles. Okay, let's see what Single Strike Lugia can do. Hopefully we can show off some of the cool cards we have in this deck, whether it be the Luxray, the Shaymin, Bouffalant, just any of the fun cards. Everybody has seen Lugia and Archeops do their thing before, but this build is kind of has some more unique things you don't see every day. Opponent is going to be going first, so Lugia loves to go first. There's not really a deck though in format that doesn't love to go first. Like Lost Box is probably the only deck that may ever consider going second. This hand's actually pretty busted. We have the Burnet, we have the Aroma, so we're against Magneton, Barboach VIP Pass. This is Dialga? Is that Magnezone EX? Man, this person's fairly high on ladder to be playing this kind of stuff. Yeah, wow. I'm very interested to see what this is, because that's going to be hitting my Lugia for weakness. So we could potentially be getting knocked out on the second turn if it's, wow, just a draw pass. Okay, so I don't feel super threatened now. Let's Aroma first and see what that finds us. Heads is not really what I wanted to see. I guess I'll grab a Lugia V-STAR for next turn. I don't really feel super threatened, so I don't mind playing Burnet. We'll go ahead and dump a Barboach and dump Archeops. We already have the other Archeops in hand. We see a Thorton in there, so the Barboach is a nice card to put down the discard pile. And we have all of our reversal energy since there's 1 in hand, so we'll chuck the Jet on the Lugia, and then we'll just read the wind to discard the Archeops. So we have the double Archeops down. We sort of run the risk of being knocked out if it's like a Magnezone EX deck or a Lightning deck of some sort. We still have a Barrel in the hand, which makes me think that might not be Might not be Dialga? I'm really confused. That's double candy, double turbo, and Cheryl. Is there a new Magnezone? I feel like there was a new Magnezone, but I don't remember what it did. I really do not know. This is like some sort of lock deck, or if they're playing Orbeetle. Cannot see what they grabbed. Level Ball. That's the peak is quite annoying because now we'll have to find one of our stadiums just to attack next turn. They're getting a Bidoof down. A rare candy. Is okay. Can we lose this turn? No, not yet. They're just evolving it there to keep it safe. Oh, Mesagoza off the top is nasty. Okay, this. Do we just Gust and KO Bidoof? That means Raihan is live. Let's see what the Mesagoza finds us first. Mesagoza will not help us at all. Okay, I'm just gonna KO this Bidoof. I feel like whatever my opponent has cooking here, I don't really want to find out, so let's just get rid of their draw engine and hope that that really slows them down. So let's Summoning Star, get down double Archeops. Then we will Primal Turbo. I'll drop Gift Energy on the active because there is definitely... Oh, I guess... I guess if my opponent sees one energy to take this knockout, which would be pretty rough. But then we can just comment... Whiscash cannot quite one-shot, just 280 damage. Alright. This is awkward. So I think I'll Ultra Ball out Zinnia and Super Rod. I'll put a Snorlax on the board. I'm not really super thrilled about this because Lugia is going to hit for weakness and knocked out next turn. So I'm just going to Primal Turbo. And we'll drop the other gifts and a Therapeutic on the Snorlax. And we'll Boss Orders and KO the Bidoof. This might not be the right play. Maybe it's correct to just KO the Magnezone. I just feel like my opponents obviously have some sort of tricks they're trying to do. I really don't want to... I want to make it as hard for them as possible to pull off whatever crazy play they're trying to do. So I will discard my own Mesagoza because I don't really need it right now, and it definitely could help them out. Draw another Iono. They didn't have a Lightning Energy last turn, so maybe they don't have one in hand right now. Because they definitely attach it if they had it. So nice top deck there by my opponent, and just an Energy Crush. So they were not doing a lot if it were not for that lightning off the top. All my reverse energies in my hand right now. So they'll take a couple prizes. We'll move into Snorlax. Unfortunately, Snorlax is getting one shot also by the Energy Crush. I really do not want to play that research, discarding 3 reversal energies. So we'll just play an Iono instead. Not much in this hand, honestly. I guess I'll drop the Mesagoza to try to find the other Snorlax. Really kind of frustrating draws. Okay, we do hit heads. And I will get the other Snorlax on the board. Could be good to Collapsed Stadium out of Lumineon next turn. Primal Turbo, Jet Energy, and Therapeutic. And then I'll put the V-Guard. And we'll be able to get a big... we'll be able to get lots of cards off this Gift Energy. And we're able to two-shot this Magnezone. We still definitely have Whiscash as an option. Our opponent just really hasn't drawn too many cards, so it's pretty unlikely, at least for this game, that we get to use Whiscash. They'd have to see a lot of cards this turn. There's a Bidoof. Mesagoza. They hit heads this time. But I wonder what they'll be looking for. I'm getting a backup Magnemite. There's the Magnemite hitting the board. And an Iono of their own. I am okay with that. I would like to be able to collapse out the Lumineon, but I don't really want to re-bench another one. Luxray could be a quality attacker. Magnemite, and just an Energy Crush. So then we can Iono them back down to 3 this time. Bouffalant maybe could be cool. So there's one prize card. Okay, so we have the knockout with the Lax. I'm going to Swelling Flash just so it's on the board. We can Ultra Ball out the Nest Ball and Lugia. I'm not benching another Lugia this game. We'll just grab one of these guys so we don't redraw it. And then I'll bench the Bouffalant because it could come into play. We'll drop the energy on Luxray. We'll play Iono, put him back down to 3. Dropping the reversal on Luxray means we might not be able to jet into Luxray. Would have been pretty nice. We probably won't be able to get the big Whiscash play off this game, but seeing that they have 33 cards in deck makes me think that it's not going to really happen anyway. We are just going to have to beat them up with our single prizers. I don't really want a Primal Turbo yet. It sends out the deck. I guess we can Primal Turbo onto Bouffalant. Let's just get these cards. I'll just put the double Turbo for now. Keep the reversals in there. So a little Thumping Snore. Take the knockout. Well, let's see here what my opponent can do. If they can find another rare candy in a Magnezone, then that would be pretty bad for us. Shaymin is kind of interesting because we don't have a ton of energy left. But taking a turn off just using Shaymin isn't that ideal. There's a Blitbug. Mesagoza, so I'm hoping this hits tails. Dang, they got 2 Mesagozas in a row. This Orbeetle, just 3 energy cards. We're really not that good because we can't recover our special energies anyway, really, with this deck. There's the attachments. There's the PAL pad. So an Industrious and Scissors for 4. I almost said 3. For 4 to get the rare candy Magnezone. If they get to the Magnezone, we'll be in a pretty tough spot. Man, I've never seen a solo Magnezone EX deck before. Really, the only time I've ever seen people playing Magnezone is alongside Miraidon, but they only have 1 candy left. So they will Ultra Ball. For Magneton, that's a great sign. That means they do not have that rare candy in hand. Oh, I guess the strategy with this deck is you have the Magnezone does more damage for each energy I have in play, so you Orbeetle to put all the energies in play. That's kind of interesting. Okay, let's Mesagoza. I'm just gonna Gust and KO this Magneton. Everyone's hitting heads on Mesagoza. I will just grab. Well, let's go ahead and grab Archeops. I'll Ultra Ball and dump Lugia V and an Archeops. I'll just go ahead and grab Whiscash. And then I'll Boss's Orders and KO Magneton. And my opponent really has 1 turn now to kind of get it together here. Find that rare candy to Magnezone. Would have been kind of interesting to knock out the barrel because we know our opponent doesn't have a very strong hand. But with only 1 rare candy left, I feel like if we can KO the Magneton, it gives them the lowest chance of possibly winning the game. So yeah, with only 1 rare candy, only 2 prizes left, I would really love to find the Collapsed. This time Mesagoza does not give. So I guess if we KO'd the barrel, their hand would be totally dead. Because they didn't have an energy to attack with. I wonder why they're playing double turbo. Because it's just attached to opponent's Pokemon. They have some sort of double turbo energy attacker that they're trying to use. They have to dump a Magnezone. Cheryl is kind of neat with just the 1 energy attacking Magnezone. I wonder what double turbo is for in this deck. And they just concede, so taking the dub that first time against a very unorthodox deck. So that last game was kind of a crazy deck. So I kind of hope we face something a little more meta this time. Hopefully get like a Charizard, a Chien-Pao, Giratina, Gardevoir, really anything a bit more standard than that. That was kind of cool to be able to beat like a hardcore lightning deck like that. I know what not the most consistent deck, but I've really ever seen anything like that Magnezone deck before. Going first, always sick. Very similar situation to last game where we're relying on Mesagoza to find the Lugia. Mesagoza's clutch. There we go. We're against Charizard. Sort of what we want to see. Bouffalant, not the colorless Pokemon I'm looking for. Alright, Mesagoza, come on. What a great card. Mesagoza is epic. Okay, we have the Whiscash and the Barboach. We have all our Archeops in there. Thorton is in deck. Oh, we have 2 reversals in hand, right? So we have all of our Whiscash pieces. Super Rod is there. We do have both boss in hand, so those aren't prized. Not too bad prizes. We gotta remember that Burnet is not in there, so do not try to Lumineon for Burnet, or do not try to find other Lumineon, because we will not find it. And I think we pass. I don't really want to drop a reversal just to attach for turn. But we still are quite, like, not having any sort of Archeops in hand or any way to discard them is not great, but at least we get the Lugia down. So we do have it as a potential option next turn to get the summoning stars, even if it isn't too likely. But blowing away both of those cards means they got some great cards in their hands. I always love it when any deck dumps a boss's order against us, because we sometimes leave 2 prizes on the board, especially Charizard in the early game does tend to leave some damaged Pokemon on the board. So it likes that boss to be able to take those out later on. And they're just going to play Research. Are these cutting a Rare Candy and a Magma Basin? Yeah, I think that's the right play. Well, maybe. I think, honestly, they should have Mesagoza at first. And if that finds Arceus, then you just then you have no Charmanders in play, and you're on the risk of getting totally board wiped. So I think my opponent did alright. They see that they got double battle VIP pass. They have the pivot. So yeah, they did very well off that Research. Definitely a couple of different lines of play they could have gone for, but this seems to have worked out pretty good for them. Mysterious Tail, always awesome to sit back into the Mew, because you can find those pieces and you don't have to worry about a relevant Pokemon getting knocked out. I mean, Mew is relevant, but it's not like one of your attackers or something that, like, your only Charmander getting knocked out. You can just send it up there and just have it bleed the prize in the early turns and still be okay. I don't really want to bench second Lugia if I don't have to. But I'm worried, the one thing I have to be worried about is Choice Belt plus Infernal Rain. I think I'm just going to play Iono. I'd like to just hold the bench spot. Honestly, Collapsed Stadium would be quite nice here to be able to bump a Charmander. Okay. I find the Jet to be able to read the wind, but we have no sort of... We have no Archeops. So I suppose I'll just read the wind of the Snorlax. Despite not prizing a single Archeops, they're nowhere to be found. Okay, we have some stuff we can discard, but with Lumineon being prized, Ultra Ball is not an out to draw supporter. Hopefully my Lugia sticks and it's not getting knocked out, but that's going to be an Arceus. So it's definitely on the table if my opponent can find Rare Candy, Charizard EX, and Choice Belt in the switching card. And they can guarantee 2 of those with Starbirth. Well, if they can take those 2 prizes, that'd be huge for them, because then they can boss and take 2 down here and really have not much left. Find the Rare Candy. Ooh, and they already have the Zard in hand, so if they have all the beasts, like if they play Belt, they can get there. Not every Charizard list does play Choice Belt, but a lot of them do. Some will play Vitality Band, some will play Defiance Band, or some will play no tools at all. Whoa. Not going to be going for the Arceus play, or at least for the knockout Arceus play. Okay, so they must not be playing Choice Belt or not have access to it. I'm kind of okay with that Iono. Because yeah, I can get an Archeops in this card pile, but there's not a whole lot after that. Actually, I want my old hand back. This one is awful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I should never complain about my hand again. I'm drawing all my Pokemon except for the Archeops, basically. Okay, hopefully we can top deck an Iono or a Zinnia. Zinnia would be very good, actually. Luxray is a pretty nice attacker in this one if they get Pidgeot on the board, which looks like what they'll be doing. They'll candy for the Pidgeots. So Luxray can be a single prizer that can one-shot a super prizer. Does use up one of our reversal energies. Whiscash can definitely be an option because 19 cards left in deck, just turn 2. And maybe more if this Infernal Rain pulls somewhere out of the deck. Alright, Whiscash could be our win condition because that's what I love about Whiscash. It doesn't matter how fast you start, as long as you can get to that Raging and Rocking to win the game. Like, that's all that matters. You can have 6 prizes left, your opponent can have 1, but as long as you deck them out, the game's over. Oh, maybe they do have the Choice Belt thing. Why didn't they play for that earlier? That was kind of, I guess, greedy, because wow, I'm surprised they just didn't do that in the first place with that first Infernal Rain. Because if that Iono doesn't get them good cards, they can't take that knockout. That was interesting. Wow. There's not a lot going on here. I guess we do this. We do this. This. Man. Games like this are why I don't like Lugia. There's all 4 Archeops in there. Pretty much all of our draw supporters. All of our Ultra Balls. All of our Aromas. And literally just a handful of Pokemon. Incredibly frustrating. If we had a V-Guard and Creel the tank out, I'd be feeling a little bit better. And like nothing. These are games where I'm just like, why am I playing Lugia? And if we had second Lumineon, Mesagoza would be a lot better. But like somehow we haven't even seen an Archeops this game, or an Aroma. We had the Aroma in the Ultra Ball in hand, but they got Iono away before we even could use them. But still, 12 cards left in deck. Never count out Whiscash. Here's a quick search. What I'm worried about though is I gotta be able to remove this Lumineon from play. Otherwise, come on, Gift Energy, please be good to us. I gotta be able to remove this Lumineon from play. Alright, we at least can play Pokemon. Do we promote Lux? Or do we just swing with with Lug? Let's just hope to swing with Lugia. Ultra Ball, hooray, we actually can do something. Dumping Reversal is tough. Alright, Mesagoza doesn't help us. Actually, yeah, that was a bad play. I should have held that because Collapsed. We need to be able to Collapsed. Yeah, I think it's going to be too little too late for us, even if we can get the Primal Turbo. Collapsed in there. I should have done that. I'm going to do this here just to preserve it and maybe go to Thorton. Okay, we finally, 40 years later, have the double summoning star. There's a Tails, so we'll just grab that. Bouffalant could be kind of funny, but only if they go into a Charizard, because even if we lost the energy, they just hard retreat. So then there's another Tails. Yeah, he didn't even draw super odd. Ultra Ball, these two. Lugia. It's not over yet, but they probably just bossed for game. It was summoning stars. I guess one thing we know, even if I put V-Guard there, it doesn't matter because they have the choice belt on there, or can retreat into Charizard. I'll just drop both of those there. And I can't even really do anything with. I can't find the cards to Whiscash next time. I need Super Odd, Ultra Ball, and Thornton. I'll just thin out the deck. It's really the only way we have any sort of chance. So let's just Tempest Dive. I'm going to keep the Mesagoza in play because that's really the only way we can find Whiscash next turn. But we can't really find all 4 pieces, or all 3 pieces that we need. Just a research. They have boss for game. Okay. I'm very confused. Unless they're just like trying to be cool or something. Bouffalant's kind of good here. So how many switching cards is that? Super odd. We're literally 1 card away now. Oh, can we punish this guy? That'd be so sick. Okay, super odd. Just Whiscash. All we need is Whiscash. Alright, Mesagoza, please be. Alright, we are literally 1 card away now. Can we can Bouffalant this turn also, and maybe be kind of silly. Alright, let's Bouffalant. And we always top deck Thorton. So then there'll be Primal Turbo. Both the V cards on Little Bouffalant. They could have all their energies in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. That could be all the basic fires. Likely is a double turbo or 2 in this deck. But we'll be able to send one to the Lost Zone. An opponent needs to have like a switch in a boss. I have seen as low as 2 boss in these Arc Charizard decks before, but they usually have more than. They usually have 3 or 4. Or like 2 in a PAL pad or something. Quick search. See, boss isn't game right away. They have to have an energy or retreat or switch option also. I don't know if they don't see the boss as game. Or they're just trying to be funny. Because everybody knows that drawing out a game and making your opponent think they have a chance is hilarious. They don't have it. Thorton to punish this? Not quite. We are... I want this play so bad. It's literally there. Mesagoza. Help me thin out the deck, Mesagoza, please. Alright, we can take one bad card out of there. We don't have anything worth Archeopsing out. We can at least take an Archeops out there. So 1 in 14, we draw Thorton. I'll just throw the reversal. No, I'll keep this reversal around. But if they... I don't need to mill all 12. And if they like play a boss to like stall, I need to be able to move Luxray or Archeops. So there is all the fire energies off this active Charizard. What if you like win my like regular little deck out? That'd be hilarious too. Surely they have a DTE though. I've seen lists without DTE, but they're usually not Arceus builds. My goodness. No, please deck. I don't know if this guy's gonna like try to intentionally like deck himself out and then win the game, because that's really funny. Alright, we'll just take another Archeops out of the deck. Mesagoza is doing its best to help us win. And I guess we'll lost Headbutt just for the damage. We can't ever go back into Lugia though, because that makes their life easier. Man, if we had the other Lumineon, that'd be nice. Quick search. Maybe they were just memeing us this whole time and had it. They take the last card. Iono. That puts us closer to... It puts us farther away from Whiscash, but closer to Thorton. No! I'm frozen! No! Please, deck, game, whatever. We are literally... No! Why? Okay, we're back. There's only one Thorton. We win! My computer is trying its hardest to throw, but it cannot possibly stop Whiscash. Oh my goodness. What a game. Oh, that freaked me out with the way it slid Luxray over there. Oh my goodness. I guess our opponent, they had the game. They really should have won it. No, they don't even let us mill then. That's mean. Whatever, we take that game. What a game, what a deck. So I had a ton of fun playing Whiscash. It was truly one of those fun times that I had playing Pokemon in a long time. And it was very cool to share it with you guys. So if you want to watch that whole entire stream where I play Whiscash, there's some good, there's some bad, there's a lot of funny moments out. Please check out the video right here. Thank you for watching.